earrings with this too, right?
Yeah, I'm wearing those.
Okay.
They're $69.98. I grabbed those as soon as I possibly could.
Look, this is a perfect example of things that I have in my private collection. And this material this comes from the Kingman mine, comes from what they call the Mineral Park deposit. And this has a lot of meaning to me. You know, with this mine, and I want everybody to think about this. Okay, when I started doing this in the 70s, early 70s, that's when I started my business. I was buying from 27 American mines at that time. At that time, I didn't have any connections in Mexico, South America, Mongolia, China, none of that. And a lot of those didn't even exist, to be honest with you. In fact, the majority of the mines I buy from now are new, that weren't included in that. But there was more than 27 mines in America. I was just buying from 27 different individual mines. Of all those 27 mines, the only commercially active mine of those 27 that I was buying from is the Kingman mine. They're the only ones left. It was Sleeping Beauty and Kingman, and then of course Sleeping Beauty shut down. So now it's just the Kingman mine. I have a really close relationship with the people that own the Kingman mine that have that. And he was actually the best man at my wedding. Him and his wife introduced me to my wife, and I've always held it against them, okay? But we're still friends. We're
he
still
used to come
friends.
on the air here.
Yeah, Marty used to come on the air. I just saw him. Here's what's happened with the Kingman mine, okay? They are getting amazing material, but also, because of that, they're also getting amazing prices. And it's not that the material is unbelievable, it's beautiful, it's worth every penny. It's just that when I manufacture, I have a kind of a ceiling, a limit of what I can actually pay for rough and actually still put it in my designs. And in this case, what you're looking at here, okay, I just want everybody to be aware of this. This is some of the last of the material I still have in my private collection. This was purchased at least minimum 5 years ago, probably more like 7, 8, 9 years ago. It's in our collection, in our stock. This material, if I charged it at today's prices, the cost of the material would be 3 to 5 times the cost that I figured in when I made this. So what I'm doing is I'm putting in my designs, but I'm giving it to you at the same price, the markup that I would normally do at what I paid for it. So even though I could take the rough material and probably sell the rough for way more than any of the designs that we're doing, I could sell the rough for more than what it's costing here to figure it into the design. The design, though, would be a lot more. And, you know, one of the things we always like to do, we want to give you the biggest bang for the buck. We always want you to have that incredible deal that you can't get anywhere else.
I promise you
but
this.
I will tell you this
never be
on
repeated.
this. Yeah, like you're not going to see any big Kingman turquoise necklace from me. It's impossible. But what I do have is I have select material that I've kept over this period of time, and every now and then I dribble and drab it and put it in a design. This is not new material. In fact, I doubt that they even have any. They have moved on now in the mine so far. The mine has changed so much that I doubt that they would even have any of this rough, of this particular rough. They have the new rough, but I doubt that they would have this.
Wow, and this particular one here, the necklace and the earrings, they are definitely going to sell.
And here's the deal, okay? These are things that are collectible. You're not going to get it. Now, can you get Kingman turquoise? Absolutely. You know, there are other people that are doing the, Kingman, but I will just tell you, and it's well worth it. It's one of the, it is, as far as commercially active, and I don't want to misspeak, but as far to my knowledge, it is the only active American mine, and that was the huge draw for it. They have people coming from around the world. I've witnessed this personally. I see these prices, I keep my mouth shut because we're friends, right? But I'm telling you that it's expensive to mine it. They're getting like crazy numbers for this, and people are just, but the thing is, it's supply and demand. They have the demand for it, and it's mainly worldwide. Most of their customers are not really, from what I'm seeing, a lot of them are like commodity broker type people that are actually buying the turquoise as an investment. And then, because they know it's gonna go up. A lot of the turquoises now, they've gone up to the point where I can't really, I have to use it for manufacturing, right? I have to use it to put into my designs. I can only pay so much, and then it makes my design to the point where I feel like I'm not, I can use some of my other turquoises and give you, a great deal.
Well, it's also now becoming a huge commodity.
No, that's what I'm saying. Turquoise,
right?
especially
around the world.
A lot of the stuff I have is commodity, but in particular, the American turquoises.
Yeah.
The American turquoises is what's really, really going up.
All right, update on the earrings. Last call on the matching beautiful slide. And also shop J. King, because you have a few of your sterling silver handcrafted chokers that we love, that are always customer picks, that are currently available. Okay, so we're gonna get ready to do something really nutty. If you're just tuning in, good morning, happy Sunday. Thank you for being part of our Tucson Gem event with the fabulous J. King. We sneak peeked this special opportunity buy earlier, and about a quarter of the quantity already pre-selected. We will never repeat this again. We are looking at new skin turquoise.
New red skin.
New red skin, which you're going to explain to us, because we know the word, many of us who follow you know red skin.
Old red skin.
Yes. Right. But by far the largest, boldest of all the turquoise pieces that we brought in for the event. And I will tell you this, it will never be $155.08 again.
Yeah, I don't even know if I could make this again.
And this is the first time you're seeing it, right?
Yeah, okay, it's brand new, first time you're seeing it.
Wow.
Okay, we had two things in this event. So this has been a 3-day event. I got 2 more hours with Sarah to wind it all up, and then you get rid of me, okay? So I'm sure there's some applause.
We can never get enough of our J. King.
I'm sure there's some applause out there that you're thinking, oh my gosh, I don't have to watch him anymore. Okay, so here's the gig on this, okay? Now, we did Windy Mountain earlier in the event. And that was not only a mine find, it was a mine found. We blew it out. And that was a huge necklace. And again, highly collectible, really a killer look. This is even bigger and bolder than that. This is massive. I mean, this is all solid turquoise, guys. This isn't which I'm not taking anything away from it. It's actually a way for us to utilize and provide big, bold designs. It's where we do compressed nuggets, where we take the natural nuggets, compress it. See this is all natural. See that this is all turquoise, by the way. And then you have turquoise in there, but this is just blue. This just was, Mother Nature did it different. You can see a lot of this even almost looks like azure peaks. There's a lot of different colors. These are all the natural colors. But here's the deal. Look how thick these are, okay? Do you see that is one solid piece of turquoise? So it came from this was all cut from one huge piece. Now, if you back away from it, I think
okay, there you go. That's it.
Do you know what I always say? A picture is worth 1,000 words, and this is that picture. Like on Orshi, look at the size of this. That's when you really kind of get the depth, the size of this. This is massive. If you like big, if you like bold, and think about this is all genuine turquoise. This has not been color enhanced. Do you see the one that we're showing here? Do you notice like Orshi's? Even though it's the same design, they're all uniquely different in your own right. You're really truly buying a one-of-a-kind piece. There is no way that you could make these matchy-matchy. It just doesn't work. It's all the natural, genuine material, and this is the natural color of the material. We haven't changed things, and it is all turquoise.
And we're busy. We were just counting backwards. It's fair to say 90 seconds or sell out here. New skin. Let's talk about
new red skin. Let me tell you what this is. Okay, so there used to be the old red skin. The old red skin, you've actually seen me go down. I don't know if they have the video anymore, but I'm actually going down in the shaft, right? That mine, they had the tailings pond broke, flooded it. Now, I was just there about last year, late in the year. That's now a lake.
Honest to goodness.
It's a lake. I know what's underneath the lake. I mean, if I put on the scuba equipment, of course, I don't know, that'd be a really deep dive, but it's all flooded now. Okay, so now there's like a hill. It's not really a mountain. I mean, it's kind of like it's not like just a little teeny hill, but it's a good size, hump. On the very other side of the valley, they went in and they opened a copper mine there, and they've got this open pit copper mine, and they're going down. They're now, as they're going down, they're getting almost to the level where the old red skin was, and they're coming up with this turquoise. Really? Now, I think, and this is my theory, and I hope I'm right, is the further that they go down, because This was at like 300 to 600 meters as how far they were down to get the old Redskin. And this mine, a lot of it's greens. You do see some blues in it, but I think as they go deeper and deeper and deeper, because I think this is all part of that same system. That's what I personally believe. I don't know if that's true or not, but they can't really geologically prove it. But I think that this is part of that same deposit. And so that's why they call it New Redskin as opposed to the old Redskin. When this comes out of the ground, it comes out of the ground just like the old Redskin. It looks like a big mud clod.
Really?
Yeah, it looks like something you would throw at your sister, okay? It really does. It's got a huge iron content, even though they're mining the copper. It's got a ferrous oxide, so it oxidizes. So when you get it, you get these big chunks like this, massive. Some of them are massive, like almost like the size of a bowling ball. And that's why we can cut this. And then, so you got this beautiful red skin. You start cutting it, and all of a sudden you get these vibrant greens, vibrant blues.
Really
it's
beautiful.
really, really cool.
And this design, I can't say enough. I mean, again, this is definitely those that love the bigger and bolder looks.
You know, and
boutique
my
looks.
thing is go big, go home,
Yeah.
right?
Well, and fair to say this is one of the boldest of the turquoise pieces we showed this visit.
This is, okay, and you're looking, okay, honest to goodness, guys. Now, this doesn't weigh 5 pounds, but it takes over 5 pounds of rough material, big rough material. And that's what this mine actually provides. You know, I couldn't do this on just any turquoise, right? I mean, this is kind of like the exception to the rule. You just really couldn't, do that. I mean, this is just a very special situation. And also, we're right there. We were at source on it. We still are at source. I won't try to get an exclusive on it, because then, you're just tying up huge amounts of money. And also it takes away from me being able to do the selection. You got to take good, bad, and ugly when you buy Mine Run. I don't want good, bad, and ugly. This is the best of the material that's coming out of it at this time. But like I said, they're still shallow. They haven't gone down. Once they get deeper and deeper, I think you'll start seeing, you're going to start seeing a lot of bluer material. We're already seeing some blues. More now, it's more like like the tealy blues. There are some true blues, but it's more like the Azure Peaks, where where you're getting a lot of the green tones, which is indicative of high content of copper.
And you're getting the best of the price we've ever done on this at $155.08.
Well, it's the best of the best because it's
gone.
Brand new.
Well, yeah.
But it's brand new for the event. We haven't shown it to anybody else. You're seeing it now. This is the launch for this particular design, right? And we saved it for this.
Well,
I'm glad that they're loving it, because that's what's really cool. We've got a lot of collectors, but my thing is wow. I mean,
turquoise.
Turquoise, and this is a statement, right?
Oh,
This is a
gracious.
massive statement.
Okay, with everyone, is it fair to say, Jared, with everyone now? Okay, everyone in the ordering process, congratulations. We are officially going to be calling this 100% gone. 672368 is the item number. What a really beautiful special piece. We have saved so many, there you go. Thank you, it's sold out. So many surprises for this afternoon show, or this morning show. Where are we? I don't know, morning? Yeah, it's morning, right?
It is morning.
I'm asking you. This man's been here morning, noon, midnight.
I have to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you. My alarm clock, I got off air last night. Finally got to sleep about 2 o'clock. I had my alarm set this morning for 6. When it went off, I went, no. It can't be 6 o'clock. So, but it was. So
it is morning then.
Okay,
We're good.
It is morning. And the first thing I do is I keep my driver's license on the nightstand so I can look at it and remember my name, and then it starts coming back to me where I'm at. That's a true.
You have to.
That's a true story.
That's so funny.
And then a lot of times I wake up and I go, wow, where am I?
Well, a little surprise I want to share with you. Very, very, very limited. Special sale price. This is Sodalite and Andean Turquoise. My goodness, Jay, $72.71. Well, the only reason it's on sale is that we are so limited, and with 6 flex pays, again, even with shipping, you're still under $20, your first monthly payment. It's not all sales final. We ship this to you. You'll receive it at your front door in the next few days. Well, again, for collectors out there, this is one we hope you don't pass by.
Well, here's the key thing with this, right? This is Sodalite, right? for people that aren't rock hounds or are keyed into it, if I didn't tell you this was Sodalite, you might think it's lapis.
Lapis, that's
right?
why I had to double check.
So, lapis, and then this is that Andean blue turquoise. We combined them together.
Beautiful.
This Sodalite, I've got a surprise coming up for you in May, so I'm not going to blow that. But I will tell you, up to that point, this was some of the finest Sodalite that was commercially available. And this comes out of the Congo, the Republic of Congo. This was probably mined, I know I've had it for at least 7, 8 years. I don't even know if you can get it anymore. I don't know. I know that the people that we were getting from that were mining it, they've gone on to mining gold. They're all
really?
And well, they were pretty much forced to. All their miners left. They went to the gold field. So it was either do that or, so they still have the rough material, but I don't even think you see this in Tucson anymore. As far as I know,
Sodalite?
we're the only, this particular material from the Congo.
Yeah.
I don't know of anybody that has the rough material. So you're looking at something that came from our collection. This was collected minimum 7 years ago. It might even be going on 10, 15 years ago, some of it. I mean, this was something actually that I did buy in Tucson. I got that and I got the malachite from them at that time. And the malachite's to die for. And we bought a huge, you've seen some of the malachite in that, and same thing, we just kind of dribble it out. I wanted to do this kind of to supplement the fact I'm not going to have any big lapis pieces. So I'm trying to play with the Sodalites now and find different things where I can still give you that color in the color palette, but you're not just going to see the deep blues in lapis anymore. I mean, we're just not getting the rough material. You're not going to see it from me. Now, maybe somebody else has a source, I don't know, okay? But for me, you're not going to be able to see it. So this kind of replaces that.
And can you touch on Andean turquoise before this sells out? Because this is on its way to going
Okay,
as well.
This is Andean blue. Here again, it comes out of Chile. We call it Andean because it's mined in the Andes. Here again, I don't have an exclusive on this particular deposit, this particular mine. What I do is I have somebody who's our representative who they go mine direct. They go right to the miners and they buy it for us. Now, that being said, we don't buy the mine run. We only buy the select. So we buy the materials. They don't ship it on a daily basis. They collect it on maybe a weekly, bi-weekly basis is when we actually collect the material and our representative buys it. But it might take us up to a year sometimes to collect enough of this rough material where it makes it worth shipping. If you don't ship in bulk, sometimes the shipping cost can cost you 5 times what you paid for the material. The shipping can be huge. So what you want to do is we have to get enough bulk that we can drum it up, we put it on pallets, and we get at least a container, or what they call a pony container, where we can afford to ship it. It's not by air, it all goes by sea.
And what are these markings I'm looking at? I mean, obviously no
It's just a banding,
like,
a natural banding within the Sodalite. Yeah, just a natural banding. Actually, that's fairly rare. What we try to stay away from is the spotty. Like where the material, Sodalite usually has a lot of white spots in it. This is really the select material that really almost looks like lapis, kind of a high blue.
Well, I'm not surprised, but this is on its way to selling out. So again, congratulations. Please don't hang up. We'll keep you updated. 652-484. Okay, so you may have noticed I put on this spectacular necklace. And it's gonna be our showstopper. It's gonna be coming up in about, 15 minutes or so. Many of you have already pre-selected it. So we are excited in the fact that, and true, right? You have not previewed this yet?
I have not previewed this.
So saved it for this afternoon show. Just down to the name, the Golden Dragon Turquoise. And look at the size of that Golden Dragon Turquoise. So.
And this is, we're launching this. Again, I don't have an exclusive on this. I'm not going to tell you the whole story yet, but it is really unique, very, very different, and
exciting.
It's exciting. It's too new of a deposit to even know where this is going. Very unique look to it.
And it's $149.98 as a special preview price and 6 flex payments. That's our showstopper. Be coming up in a few moments. 695-877 is the item number. So we have some other brand new goodies. We've had quite a few amazing coral pieces from this Tucson event. I know on Friday we had, but I don't know if it was brand new, but we had a few red coral pieces.
I think we just
this
had
is
the
brand new.
Didn't we have the necklace and the earrings? I don't think we've had more than that, have we?
No.
No, we just had that one.
I
have to tell you, I think you're the only one that had coral.
Yeah.
You know,
See, I've got pool.
I'm just telling you, I mean, you know, it's been a long event, and I'm old. I'm old, and my brain doesn't work.
But yeah,
I think,
to have two special pieces.
Yeah, we've been very limited on coral, and I think your show, that first show that we did, the launch, I think that was the only coral.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we saved this one for today's show.
I tell you what, this is saved. This is part of our gallery edition.
Oh.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful color. I will tell you this. Okay, so Tucson, and here again. I only had 3 working days. I was there 5, but I only had actually 3 working days. The other 2 days, I was doing other things that, you know, for the show and everything. So I really didn't get to hammer down, really didn't get to work. I still have members there that are working hard to secure, looking for new things, making
your team
more friends. Yeah, part of my team that are doing it.
But this was not this year. I mean, know that these finds are not this year, obviously.
No, there's no absolutely. It takes over a year for things to actually get you to hit.
I think we just take that for granted that everybody knows that.
Yeah, you know, people, it's really funny, or they'll say that, you know, like, do you know that we're already written for 2020? We're written for almost 3/4 of the year.
Like
we've already done the designs.
Shows, yes.
We know what's going to come up. We have to work this long. This show was made over 6 months ago. Is when it was actually built. That's what you have to do. What I love about this, though, this is really what we do. This is our roots. This is all comes from the South China Sea. The thing with coral, and if you go to Tucson, I did make a new coral connection. Believe it or not.
Oh, yeah, you were saying that.
I don't want to get into
Italy, right?
Yeah, they're from Italy. I don't want to get into a lot of details because we really haven't done the deal yet.
Okay.
But it's a natural Mediterranean red coral. We're working on the price, but it might be something because of how we hand make that we're going to be able to offer you next year, right? I'm really hoping that we're going to be able to work a deal. This material comes South China Sea, probably was harvested at the latest, probably in the early to mid 80s. All of coral is controlled by what they call the CITES Act. CITES Act is where 156 countries all got together, and they said, okay, we're going to protect these corals. There's a lot of animals like turtles, a lot of different things that are protected. Anything that would be endangered, of course. So this is not endangered, right? Now, but they do control it. If you don't have the CITES certificates, if you don't have all the proper licenses to bring this in, import it, export it, and not only into America, but anywhere in the world, it will not go. You cannot legally do it. So everybody needs to know that, you know, that coral is highly protected. None of this is endangered. It's all acquired legally. And what we have here, though, is these are part of the gallery. Look at it on this on Orshi.
It's absolutely breathtaking.
This is the kind of stuff, to be honest with you, this is the kind of stuff, if you went right now, if I took you to home and my wife wasn't home, right? And we went in and took a sneak peek of her jewelry store that she has, right? Okay, and you would see that this is my wife's taste. This is the kind of stuff that my wife really likes. My wife dresses to the nines. She's very well put together. I'm not just saying that. I get compliments all the time. People actually come up to me. We were just somewhere. We went to Vegas for a few days over the holidays, and I'm telling you, I was with my wife. I had women and men, everybody come up and tell me, your wife has the most amazing. Looks so amazing, and she had people complimenting her on her jewelry constantly. But this is kind of her taste. This is her flavor. Upscale. That real upscale gallery look.
Fewer than 100 of the earrings, fewer than 100 of the matching necklaces, so they also may all go. We have our showstopper coming up. Special little surprises as our Tucson Gem event with Jay King continues. Adam Freeman has a special show that's going to be coming up. Here's more.
What really separates a house from a home? A home should provide comfort, coziness, and convenience. Join me on Monday nights where I'll be giving you great ideas for your home, your kitchen, and your life. We use goat milk because we had it, and that's how our company started. But what we learned over the years is how beneficial goat milk is, not only for the skin, but for your body.
Goat milk adds moisture to your skin. It's really the most amazing ingredient.
People really do notice the hydration of their skin. The farm-to-skin difference only with Beekman 1802.
Worry about one less thing with our Protection Plus plans at HSN. Electronics, fitness equipment, even jewelry can be covered. Shop smarts and protect your purchase. It's easy to add when you're checking out. Search Protection Plus at hsn.com for more details.
You can't afford not to be brave. It's not even an option. When life puts a wall in front of you, you break it down. Remove the fear. Remove the uncertainty. Be authentic. They say fortune favors the bold. I've been bold all my life, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
We love our gemstones to be beautiful, colorful, and durable. That's why we give some of them a little more love. Enhancements may require special care and may not be permanent, while others may last a lifetime. For more information, visit hsn.com and search gemstone to see our gemstone enhancement chart.
We're showing you some behind the scenes of the big Tucson Gem Show, which Jay just came back from. Sarah Anderson was there. It's the largest gem and mineral show
We missed you.
in the world.
You were not
I've
there.
never been
Why
in
don't
all
they
the
send you?
years. No,
Do you know what?
seriously, it's the only gem show
Okay,
I've never been
everybody
to.
should call in and say that we want a live event at Tucson.
Yes.
Support us.
Yes. Oh, that would be...
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. But we're going to work on that for next year. Well, as promised from Tucson, Jay is always looking for unique mine finds. And we have something very special because not only a unique mine find, but I love the design that they put the beautiful stone in the pendant and in the matching earrings. Talk about, again, the perfect leaf design and organic and Mother Nature, that kind of nature-inspired feel. Okay, first time you're seeing us in the event, we were trying to find, because you said, Jay, that you actually had footage of the Citron Verde.
Citron Verde, okay.
Citron Verde.
Okay, so.
From there.
Okay, these are brand new. You're getting, this is part of the gallery collection. This is from one of our artists that's very contemporary. They're very highly known. They sell really to high-end. Their whole thing is high-end galleries, right? And this is that kind of look that you're going to get. All created by our silversmiths, all from scratch, all by hand, sterling silver sheet material. They're not cast. This is a skill, but what makes it really sets it off is this Citron Verde turquoise. Now, that being said, the design's phenomenal, but if you, just a little clue about the material. This turquoise, if you think about it, okay, now, we're going to the largest gem and mineral show in the world. It encompasses all of Tucson and out almost, there's still shows going on as far out as 50 miles from Tucson that are splinter shows off this. You know, the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show is not just one show, right? It's over 70, 80 different legal events that are actually, well, when I say legal, other events aren't that they're illegal, it's just that they're not really, they're not sponsored, they're not part of it, right? It's just like somebody that decided to open up their parking lot and everybody's just showing.
Right?
I mean, when you go to Tucson,
trunk.
you know, you gotta go just for your, and it's you know, it is to the trade, but there is a large portion of it that's open to the public. So even if you're not in the trade, you still can go see a lot of the show, but there is a lot of it that is to the trade only, right? But I will tell you with this, if you went to Tucson with me, okay, and you were just there, the only Citron Verde turquoise that you would have seen is you would have been seeing it on a table as we were filming it, HSN, they were there, they had a film crew, and they were filming me and I was talking about it, but the only reason you would see it there is because I brought it. I actually brought the rough.
It wasn't, nobody else was supplying?
No, they wanted to meet the miner, and they wanted us to show the miner and then film the material, but the miner never comes to the United States. It's one of those things that we have. So the only way that we could actually film it is actually bring it. So the reason I'm telling you that, that's how rare it is, right? So, it's not, when it doesn't have a presence in the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show, then you know that it's limited, that it just didn't make it. And nobody else that I'm aware of even has the access to the rough or would even know, how to obtain the rough.
And these earrings are special event price. They're $104.98 with 6 monthly flex payments. They will be $119. Then the actual pendant is $129.98. That will be $154 HSN price, if any remain. Now, terms of size, the earrings are just a little over 2 inches, 2 1/8 of an inch. They're gonna show up beautifully. Look at even the way that they curved the silver, like an angled, like a real leaf would be shaped.
It's called,
very dimensional.
Yeah, look, it's convex, and they're all made one at a time, custom by our silversmiths, and that's the key, right? That's what we do different than the majority of the manufacturers. This is all still old school. This is how I started, this is how I learned. And I have to tell you, I've manufactured jewelry in every way possible that you can imagine. I am up on the latest techniques, but you know what's really funny? I always go back to my old ways. And I've never, now this is just me, I don't know everything, but for me, I don't think that you can get a better jewelry product than having artists hand make it from scratch.
Agreed.
And making it from sterling silver sheet. And to do the finish, if you see this finish, you cannot get a mirror finish like that. Most people, when they finish, a lot of them, and I'm not saying everyone, but a good percentage, when they get a finish like this on it, you know how they do it? They tumble it down, and then they silver plate it with 999 fine silver. And that's how they get that finish. With us, we're taking sterling silver. They hand buff this. That's a 5-step process. Think about the quality of just the finishing aspect of this. Large, big surface area. You see that it's almost so, with the light here, you can actually see my jacket. Look at my jacket.
I know, yeah.
It's like a mirror.
Our screens. You can see our preview screens.
You know, when you're looking at the color,
yeah.
Do you see that's the reflection? Do you see where you see my jacket on there? Yeah, you know, it's reflecting back. I mean, isn't that cool? But that shows you, how, the finish on this, the quality of the craftsmanship.
It's gorgeous.
You look at the materials. Here again, we chose this for a reason. Citrine Verde, this beautiful, beautiful green. It's like, it's the most unusual green.
It is.
That's why
the high green would be
Verde, just so you know, is Spanish for green.
Yeah.
And then citron, the reason we did it, because citron means citrus, or citron like more of a yellow, so it's the yellow green.
I would say it's like the version of the high blue in blue turquoise. This would be like the high green version, but you can't find it. That's what's so amazing. Just a handful of both of the pendant and the earrings remain. So again, congratulations. What a beautiful piece. It is time to talk about one of our key specials for the event, and that is, it's been saved for the very final day of Jay's visit. It is a brand new
turquoise
fine, and it's called Golden Dragon. I love the name on this. I love the color combination, and I love this is one of our all-time #1 silhouettes in a J. King necklace. This is coming in at 18 inches in length. It has a 2 3/4 extender, so you can adjust it up to 21 inches. It's at a special preview price. This will be $189. It's $149.98. 6 flex payments. You are getting this home for under $30. Shipping a little bit more. You'll have it in the next few days. Jay, tell me, Golden Dragon Turquoise, because you've saved this, right? This has not been on?
Right. No.
Have you had any other Golden Dragon?
We're doing Golden Dragon.
We are launching it right now.
We're doing the Golden Dragon rough, yes.
Okay, this second.
So here's the gig on this. Okay, I specialize in turquoise. That's my #1. That was my original material that I grew up with, that I designed with. I have a huge affinity for turquoise. We pride ourselves in going worldwide. And funny enough, you don't find turquoise worldwide. That speaks to the rarity of turquoise. probably, you know, turquoise, to be honest with you, is even rarer than diamonds as far as rarity, being able to obtain it and get it. It only comes from very few locations in the world. And the reason is because how turquoise is formed. It's all, everything, it's like the perfect storm has to come together for turquoise to actually be created. And that's why you don't find it everywhere. This is a brand new material. Now, here's the way it works with me. If the mining group has, if they come up with the name of the material, right? Like it's a specific mine and they have a name for it, then we go with their name, okay? If a lot of cases they don't have a name, then we have to name it. There's a lot of the turquoises that we have on the air that we're the ones that actually had to name it because they didn't have a name for it. It's not uncommon. In this case, the name translated to Golden Dragon. And the reason for that, I believe that, you know, it's really quite evident why they call it that, right?
The colors. And,
if you look at the gold matrix in this, this is just really, really wide. It's like a tan, brown, golden matrix that flows throughout the natural turquoise. This is big, it's bold.
Yes.
This is something, of course, I designed, you can always tell.
This is one of your original necklace
right.
designs.
This is something,
I mean, going back
this has
years
been,
ago.
yeah, this has been in kind of like, you know, it's like a look that never gets old. It never retires. This is a great way to show them any new material in turquoise. This is solid turquoise cut from the solid rough, okay? So, I mean, these are, if you think about the size of the pieces that you have, here's actually, this is a great shot.
Oh, cool.
Okay, there we go. This was just shot in Tucson. This is Golden Dragon turquoise, right? Wow. This is what I'm doing. I'm showing you in Tucson. Now, that was the only great Golden Dragon turquoise rough in Tucson.
No kidding.
I brought that. Yeah, nobody else.
They weren't displaying that?
Nobody has
That's yours.
Nobody has it. I had to, so we could shoot that in Tucson. I had to bring that rough. So I brought my rough. These miners, they don't come to the Tucson Gem Show. So that's another aspect of this. That's how rare. You're talking of the largest gem and mineral show in the world. Nobody had this material. We were the only ones. And the only reason I had it is I physically brought it so we could film it. Oh, wow. But did you see how unique that rough is? That beautiful, it's got the beautiful golds all the way through it. You look at this on Orshi and you can kind of get a context of the size of this. You know, and this is it. I mean, this is a statement piece. It's big, it's bold. Normally, to be honest with you, if you look at this and you think, why is this so unique? What is so different? Okay, what is unique and different is, number one, you're only seeing it here. I don't know if anybody else even has access to this. That's not to say that I control it and that I could say nobody else can buy it. I don't have an exclusive on it. I don't want an exclusive, but it is exclusive right now. I don't know of anybody else that has it. It was nowhere in Tucson. This is a recent discovery, recent for me. We found out about the turquoise rough material 2 years. It took us about, we actually started getting it out of the mine about 1.5 years ago, and we had enough to actually start doing it about 8 months ago is when we actually came up with this and we placed it on the show. So this is really, really recent that this is even on the marketplace. Very unusual, very unique, and this is all the natural colors. We haven't done anything. We have stabilized it, so it will stay just like it is. It's not going to change colors on you, like as you handle it with your oils or pollution or whatever. It will remain. It seals it, so it remains this color. But those are the natural colors.
And I'll tell you something, Jay. To me, it really resembles the Hubei quite a bit.
Well,
I see like the golden and different markings and the different. It just does.
To me, to me, it looks. If there was anything that was even close to this, to me personally, I would say Kingman, or I have this new Chilean material that is like through the roof expensive. I don't know if I've got any with me or not, but it's a brand new Chilean material, which has the same gold matrix in this. But this is really rare. You're correct, like on Hubei, you're talking about this, right?
Yeah, that's what's just in my eye, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, that looks just like this.
It does have some of the colors, but where this material is very specific, just like Hubei. Hubei is one of those things you just go, I know that's Hubei. I mean, you just know that that's Hubei turquoise, right? You practice on this. If you showed this to somebody, they're not going to come up and say, oh, that's Golden Dragon.
No.
They're not going to know, right? They're not going to know what it could be. It could be Kingman. There is some Kingman that used to look like this, not anymore. Now it's all like really high blues, deep blues, but it's got its own unique look to it.
That's what I love. That's its own fingerprint,
Yeah, and
right?
you know what? I think it's cool having stuff that not everybody else has, right?
And we always say for our collectors out there, or even if it's your first purchase from Jay, mark it down, because it's interesting, even through the years of working with you for 25 years, or just about 25 years, the stories, and especially in turquoise, you know, what has been happening with mines closing and, you know, not being, or going underwater or being destructed by Mother Nature, or whatever the case may be. They become very, very special and collectible.
Okay, and I will tell you this right now. I have my studio. It's my hideaway. My wife calls it my man cave. I call it my escape. So I go there. She says, you just go down there, pretend to work. I don't let her go in, right?
Oh, you know?
She says, you just pretend to work to get away. I said, no, I actually do work. One of the things I do, I have all these projects, okay? One of the projects I'm doing right now is I actually have a lapidary set up in there. And I cut specimens, and I'm building these specimen cases. Eventually, I'm going to move certain ones to my home. I'm doing this whole like display case. One of the things I have shelves and shelves and shelves of turquoise specimens that I've collected over 40 years. And what's really amazing on this, and it's kind of sad, is that there are more specimens of turquoise that are on those shelves that those mines are closed than the ones that are open.
Wow.
So there's a lot more that you cannot get that material, as opposed to the ones that I have that the mine is still open or that I still have in my collection.
Isn't that interesting? Like
it is, and it's not, you know what, here's the thing, it's not a renewable resource. Yeah. It's just like Cloudy Mountain. You know, like Cloudy Mountain, oh my gosh, I was wasting that material. And when I say waste, I was putting it in huge necklace designs. It was that beautiful clear blue. And man, we were getting that stuff out by the tons. It was reasonably priced. And I had an exclusive on it, and it was all good material. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna dominate the turquoise industry. And I was just, I mean, you know, people have Cloudy Mountain, and you've got like massive Cloudy Mountain pieces, right? Real high blue, clear blue. And then, you know, February of last year, boom, Mother Nature turned the faucet off. And now that Cloudy Mountain will eventually be highly collectible. I've just got very little of it left.
So that's the point. You never know. This showstopper, you get it. You're loving this brand new launch. Thank you so much. I know we've been super busy. Under, what, $30 to get this home in the next few days. Add this to your collection and wear it. I mean, this is a piece you will mix and match. I'm wearing it with denim, or she's wearing it with the brown suede. I mean, it's that one piece that goes with everything, and there's no mistaking it is the real deal because of the way of nature of its design and the way that the turquoise is cut. 695-877. Okay, so a big theme has been Hubei, this Tucson Gem event. We have a very special opportunity here.
This is an amazing opportunity.
It's an opportunity buy. It's the biggest and boldest of the Hubei. It's $169.98.
Okay, this is out of that same. Okay, this is out of the same load that we acquired from one of the original miners' private collection. Wow. This is the same rough. This was we discovered this in early 2018. The material not this necklace, but a necklace made from this material was the December 2018 Today Special. It completely sold out. What you're seeing here is the remnants of that purchase, that buy.
How many? We can't have many of these left.
There's not a lot of them. We showed this earlier in the event, and we sold over 3/4 of it. So
I was going to say,
this is kind of like a last-ditch effort if you want to get this.
And these are big pieces.
Look at the size of these, and there's no two of these are going to be alike. But look at the size of these flats, right? And then what I've done here is I've put rondelles in between, and I did that as pivot points. And because, you know, these big cylinder beads like this, when you cut these cylinder beads, it's how do you make them flexible? So at first I went with rounds, but I didn't like it. It didn't look nice. So I went with these rondelles. You still get the pivots. This is like silk when it goes around your necklace. your necklace, your neckline. But if you see this on Orshi, you see it, this is big, it's bold, and this is all genuine Hubei.
Okay, you know what? I want to ask you, Jay, because those who are just tuning in, tell us a little bit. I know we were just talking about one of the newer finds, which was the Golden Dragon Turquoise.
The Golden Dragon, and this is a perfect example.
Okay,
Golden
Hubei, I'm just tuning in. What is so unique and special? What is going on with Hubei, and why is it so highly collectible?
Okay, this is what we call vintage or antique turquoise. Go online and research it. Okay, not that I'm saying everything that's online is true, but if you have good sources, they'll explain to you what Hubei is and what makes it so highly collectible and very, very rare. Okay, this material was literally mined in late 70s, early 80s. I can't tell you exactly when it was mined, but that was the period where the mine was still open. They've closed the mine then. This material is very, very scarce, very, very expensive, very highly collectible. The only reason we have this, the only reason is through my connections. I belong to a group and we buy turquoise together, right? One of those members that's in that group is part of the original family. They're the Chu family, okay? And he's part of that family. So in the early 70s, he was one of the pioneers that actually brought this material to America. And he partnered with a lot of the Americans. We have pictures of them together. He was one of the original pioneers. He's in his late 70s now, and still a great friend and actually a brother to me. I mean, just an amazing man. And I've learned so much from him. He's really kind of a mentor for me. I will tell you right now, this is it, and this is the kind of stuff that happens. I'm just blessed. If I would have, as a Westerner, I never, even if you were there, you wouldn't be allowed to even see this, know about this, or buy this. The only reason that he found it was this is his uncle, who was one of the original miners. This is his private stash. That's how this came about. And how he found it, which I think is really, you know, kind of cool, is they're doing a Hubei museum. So they're spending, I think the budget's $15 million. They're in Hubei, they're putting this museum in. And they invited him to come because since he was one of the founders of the whole thing, they're doing a bronze statue of him. There's going to be a bronze in there. They're doing this really kind of cool that they're honoring, you know, it's a historic significance in showing, you know, like this, you know, what made the Hubei region so famous. And while he was there, one of the family members and stuff actually knew about the stash, and so he found it when he first, okay, I gotta tell you, man, he took pictures. Now, of course, I couldn't go in here. And he went into the room, he took pictures of how much they had. I almost died. I could not believe it. I still have those photos on my camera. Really? This is early 2018. I thought, there's no way that we're gonna be able to make a deal on this. Because his family, he was able to get a deal and actually buy the whole thing. We did the December TS. We did that necklace. That ate up 90% of the material.
And what's happening with the material now?
And it blew away. So the materials, the designs you're seeing now is just kind of the last of the remaining material I have from that purchase. After that's gone, there is no more. You cannot, we will not have any more of this material.
There you heard it from Jay, right there.
You just can't go buy it. If you went to Tucson right now, today, there is nobody that you can go buy the Hubei material that has the rough material that, you know, if they do, they might have, like I do, where they have some specimens that they had, but nobody's got any bulk on it.
That is why you get it. As collectors and lovers of Jay's pieces, this is going very quickly. We're gonna get ready to say hi to Joan, who ironically, yes, is calling from Tucson. Good morning, Joan.
Yeah.
Hi,
Good morning. So glad to talk to you.
So do you live in Tucson?
Interesting. Hello?
Do you live in Tucson?
Yes, I do.
Cool.
And I've lived there since the 70s.
So you know the deal.
And my family, my cousin was a nurse at the Hubble hospital, and she got her father a bolo that was enormous. It was probably like 6 inches long. And it's priceless. But the interesting thing is, my husband has collected jewelry from day one, I think. And our jeweler friend, who we knew in Illinois, her son was able to travel to Russia and buy an Alexandrite.
Nice. Oh my gosh.
Stone, and he brought the stone back. She designed a ring for me with a diamond. And when she was at the gem show, she found they had the Alexandrite open to the public. She was able to find matching stone, 1-carat earrings stones for me that she designed with a gold flower you wear.
Right.
Oh, beautiful.
I forget what yes, anyway, but I have a lot of your jewelry because I've been collecting it for years in Tucson at the gem show and different Navajo places. And so when I recognize the name, I like to get them with the mines where I know where they are.
Yes.
And I have a Bisbee.
Oh, Bisbee.
Gem quality set in gold, and I have a turquoise set in gold. It's a robin's egg blue, and they're just gorgeous.
Oh, cool.
Wow, you have
Thank
quite a
you so
collection,
much.
Joan.
And I have that necklace you have on. I have that.
You have this.
That's a
You have the
Hubei.
Hubei?
I've had that
You've got Hubei, yeah.
quite a
probably.
while.
Right.
A couple years, a year or so.
Yeah, you've had the Hubei turquoise.
Yes.
This is a new necklace, but you do collect the Hubei, which is really cool.
And you have a treasure in that
Yeah.
Hubei, Joan. And I
Thank you
know
so
you
much,
have great
Joan.
taste. Thank
you know,
you
and if
so
she's
much.
got Alexandrite, do you know how expensive that is?
Yes,
I mean, like,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, that's what happens. I mean, that's many cases.
I mean, Alexandrite's very, very rare.
Oh, and I remember the day it wasn't. I mean, that's another great example.
You know,
Okay.
a lot of people, yeah, they have that. I have seen it, but very, very rarely. Well, thank you, Joan.
Thank you, Joan. And thank you. I know we still have many of you. Please use express ordering, hsn.com, trying to get through. That's going to be, I believe, the last Hubei piece.
That's
we're
last
showing.
Hubei. And to be honest with you, going through the year, I think we might have 1 or 2 more things that we're doing. Mainly, it's going to be like the big cabs and things that we're doing some custom designs. But then I'm out of Hubei rough.
Well,
I'm
we're not.
loving this.
Oh, brand new. brand new.
Azure
We are
Peaks.
not done bringing to you brand new, wonderful designs and first airing for the event. So this is Amber and Azure Peaks turquoise together. The necklace is special event priced at $149.98. The earrings are event priced at $79.98. Again, 6 flex pays, all J. King jewelry. 080537 is the item number. Azure Peaks, there's something we have not talked about in terms of turquoise so far this morning.
So this comes from Mongolia. Are we talking about this piece?
Oh, we are.
Okay, so you got Baltic Amber, Butterscotch Amber, and then you got Azure Peaks. This is a Mongolian turquoise deposit. And like I was saying, if they've got a name for the mine, then we go with that.
Yes.
Otherwise, we decide what the name's gonna be because we're there and it's reminiscent, of what's happening in the area. And this is one of the ones that I didn't come up with a name, but they came up with a name. It's called Azure Peaks.
Oh,
and
look at that.
It's in Mongolia. Yeah, actually, it's that's a different area. That's it doesn't look like that at all. Totally different. It looks more like the moonscape. There you go. There you can see the goats and stuff. Okay, there you go. Do you see that it's not real green, right? There is green grass and stuff. They have a lot of, they're tribal, so they have herds. Do you see the azure color of that? There you go. Okay,
yes.
Now in the background. Now that's during the wet season. Okay, normally it's not that green, but you can see in the background, you see the snow in the back there.
Sure.
But you see at night you have the beautiful azure, like almost purple blue mountains in the back. And that's actually the area that it's mined in right there.
Isn't that neat?
Isn't that cool? And so they call it Azure Peaks because of the azure colors of the range that were around there. And again, that's a photo opportunity that they've taken at a certain time. I mean, it's right on the edge of the Gobi Desert. It's really close to where they mine the Turquoise Hill deposit is.
And then combine it with amber.
Butterscotch amber, one of the very few times I've done this. I love these big structured pieces.
I love this color combination.
Okay,
too.
but if you think about the skill level, and here again, this is all cut from solid pieces. Do you see this? All the turquoise, you see that? That's not a compressed nugget material. That is all solid, big chunks of turquoise. No two of these can be totally identical. I just found this so warm. It's such a cool combination to combine this butterscotch amber and that beautiful, genuine Azure Peaks turquoise in a really not structured design. Where are you gonna see something like this? Where are you gonna get something that not only has these materials, but has this big, bold look?
You're not. I mean, that's the thing. And if you are just tuning in, these are all custom made. This is a lost art you just don't find.
Well, you know, it's to tell you the truth, it is becoming a lost art. It's becoming to where a lot of things, people have just gone to casting, they've gone to more, you see a lot of things that are machine made. There is no machine that will do this. This is all done by hand. It's the human machine. It's the only one that, now they do use tools, but these are not machine made. They're all individually handcrafted.
And truly one-of-a-kind pieces. That's what makes it so special. 080-537. Jay, we have more brand new.
But we're running out of time, guys. We got 4 minutes, actually 3 minutes and counting down, guys.
So many wonderful brand new pieces, and I'm so glad, because if I was gonna hand select one of my favorite lapis pieces that you brought in for the Tucson event, it's these earrings and this matching necklace. So we kind of kept this under secret.
Right. This is indicative of what you're going to see in lapis from me for the year of 2020.
You've been saying this, too.
No, I'm telling you, but I'm giving you the reality. Now it's time for the reality of it. This is the kind of stuff that I can do, right? Now, this is all AA, AAA, A grade material. This is, you know, you can't get any higher. This is
that
really,
color.
yeah. I mean, this is the material that I save, you know, I always save the best for the best. I've been doing that now for about 5 years, knowing that this I cannot use necklace. I cannot use my material up. If I did one big bold necklace, I'd go through probably 90% of my material that I have left. So this is the kind of stuff, if you still want lapis in your collection, I'm just giving you a heads up, right? You're not gonna see a bunch of necklaces. From now on, you'll see this kind of thing where it's all high grade material, and they're really cool designs, and they're very contemporary like this. This is kind of like a contemporary heart.
Yeah, which I love that you put it on this suede like multi-chain.
Okay, but normally, if you think about it, that would have gone on a lapis necklace.
Well, we may, and just to that point, and you're right, you can take this off if you're fortunate enough to have one of lapis.
Normally in the design, we would have done lapis, like a beaded necklace, right? But
we may have a handful of full lapis necklaces.
We had the 3-strand.
And then we had that single one. I think, Jared, were we able to pull that? Because I could probably even show you what it would look like on, remember that lapis necklace I had mentioned?
Look at this, okay, look at the size of the bail on this that we did. We did it so that if you do have another lapis design, this is lapis and then that's blue lace agate.
Isn't that
beautiful?
beautiful?
If you look at that, it's very contemporary heart design is what we were going for. If you look at the size of the bail on this, and again, these are all sterling silver, sheet material, all individually hand done from scratch by our silversmiths and our lapidators. They're all custom made pieces. And if you look at the bail and how we do on the bail, so let's say you have a big turquoise necklace. Let's say that you have another, already have a lapis necklace and you want something to accessorize with it. The point being that this is the top grade material. This is the really, really super high grade material that I have left. And, but this is what you're gonna this is indicative of what you're gonna see as the year progresses. These are the kind of designs that I'm gonna be able to do.
I gotta tell you something, I'm loving it. I love the modern look. I love again, just the beautiful motif. Perfect for Valentine's Day. The earrings are $79.98. These are fancy cut, beautiful, premium quality lapis, heart-shaped earrings of course, all handcrafted in sterling silver. There you can see it on Urshi, on the necklace. Fun, unique look. I would recommend, because there is a lapis necklace that we brought in for the Tucson event. We had on Friday.
That Lynn and I released.
That we released.
And I believe we sold out.
Maybe that's the case. Anyway, do this for me, because there may be a handful. I'm not 100% sure, but go on HSN.com.
If you go on .com, you know what? Sometimes you can get the stragglers. You know, like maybe one or two, or they have a couple dozen. Yeah, but I think we sold out on it, but maybe not.
Well,
go on .com and see if you can get it.
I don't even know where to begin. This has been such a special event, Jay.
It's always
Thank
fun with you.
Always so much fun with you.
Right, and I will see you,
Tonight?
I think in April, right? I am coming for one day in March, but I'm on for 2 hours, and it's all just crazy deal, fabulous blowout deals.
And then the next big show is in April.
Yeah,
and then
I believe
tonight,
toward the end of April.
at 5 o'clock, your final show.
Right.
Have a beautiful Sunday,
5 o'clock.
everybody.
Sarah and I wrap it all up.
Oh, fun. Thank you. Have a great day. Michelle is up next. She has a great show in store for you. Bye-bye.